Today we're going to show you how to replace a coil pack on a 2005 Saturn L300. We ran faults on it a week or so ago. I cleared the faults to see if maybe it was just a random thing that might not come back, and it did come back, and it said that it had a cylinder 4 misfire. So with that, we've got some new spark plugs and
new coil pack.
I read up on the forums, and a lot of people are saying that the coil packs go out. So we ended up getting a good deal on new coil packs, so went ahead and got a new one. So we'll go ahead and show you how to replace that.
All right, Blake's going to show you how to take these factory clips off. We're only going to need to take these 4 off. And then this, I believe there might be, is there any bolts in this?
There's
a bolt.
3.
Yeah.
They're inverted Torx, and they're 8s.
Yeah, they're 8.
So
1, 2, and I think there's a third one.
no, it's right.
No, it's just the 2?
No, this one, and this one.
Oh, well, my hand was covering it up. Leave me alone. Jesus. You can see my breath inside this garage.
So like he said, we're going to remove these clamps. We're going to do it from this side. That way we get these rubber grommets out of our way, because the coil pack that we're replacing is right here. The coil packs are side specific. This is good for cylinders 2, 4, and 6. I might be doing that wrong. It might be cylinder 2, 4, and 6 that way.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, we're not 100% certain.
But we do know that cylinder 4 is right there.
Yeah. And this does not tell you, it's not specific to a side. The aftermarkets have no markings, but they all have to go in like this. Where the plug is, goes in like this. So it does, so you can't put it around backwards. They are a little longer. Each one is a little longer. So obviously, if you put it in this way, you're not plugging it in to anything. So boom, and then plug everything back in. Blake, start working. Sure.
Also, another thing I want to add is, if you have another car that the coil pack, one of your coil packs goes bad and they're individuals, you can double check them by moving the coil pack to each different cylinder, and if the fault follows the cylinder, that'll tell you that the coil pack is bad. Unfortunately, we can't move this one to that side, so we can't do the test of, hey, it didn't follow it to bank 2. On bank 1 is where we're having the issue. Cylinder 4 is where we have our fault. So really all we can do that I know of is just replace the coil pack. So I'll go ahead and start by removing these. All you do on this is you just take this and stick your screwdriver under there, and I say all you do, but it's gonna fight me because I'm filming. There we go. Oh, this one comes from this side.
Oh, shoot.
Okay. And this one comes from this side. They couldn't make up their mind when they did this. All right, now that that's off,
Say it again.
this is what an inverted Torx looks like. Adam, why don't you turn the flashlight on so that we can see?
Pause.
All right, so basically, if you had a Torx bit, it would fit in here. I don't know if necessarily a T8 would fit in here or how the sizes work, but this is an E. I think they do E8. I'm not 100% certain on that, but I do know it's called an inverted Torx. So we got this one. Adam, can we get a magnetic tray?
Let's come over to the handy dandy toolbox that we've been needing forever. Little tray.
Alrighty, now that we got that off, this should just pop right off. There's the intake tube. Pretty dirty in there. Let's try to clean that out while we got it off.
So, and then you have two more.
Those are
E8? Is it? Are those?
These might not be E8. Those look a little bigger. Let me go get that.
Yeah, they do. They look like they're the next size up. So if you didn't see the last video, this is the little kit that we got.
I'll find the link and put it in the description. Yeah, it's a 10.
It's a 10.
E10.
E10. But you already
Losing stuff.
And then, let's see. Yeah. So, if you haven't seen any of the beginning videos of this car does have over 200,000 miles on it.
Sat in the field for years and we brought her back to life.
And this is the factory coil pack. Can you get the screwdriver underneath there?
I probably could. Okay.
There we go. Ta-da. Look at that. 200,000 miles. Factory plug still looks spotless on the inside. Alright,
Not
boy.
on the outside.
Not on the outside, though.
It's got oil leaks and everything. Okay, so after we removed the coil pack, we pulled it out. There's oil down the cylinder in the spark plug holes. So we got a bad valve cover gasket. I'm not going to put this in there just on the sheer fact that we may have misdiagnosed it and maybe that oil did cause a problem with the coil pack and you know it needs a new one anyways. But I'm going to see if I can clean the old coil pack up, get rid of all that oil, put new spark plugs in, and see if that fixes it for now until we can get a new valve cover gasket in this when we get more time. So for now I'm just going to go ahead and clean this up, put new spark plugs in it, clean that up, put that old one back on, and put it back together, see if the fault goes away. You'll still know how to do the coil pack replacement with what we've done, and then I'll just have to make a separate video, and me and Adam will do a valve cover gasket. So
The car still runs and drives just fine, even the way it is. It just idles rough, and it's getting worse, so that's why we need to get in here and get things fixed before it does get too bad.
yeah, it's a cheap, reliable car.
It's a $1,000 car with 205,000 miles on it that's sat in the field for probably 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
So nothing we did not really expect popping up, you know.
We should have probably pulled that off before we went and spent money on a coil pack, but yeah. We were pretty certain on the problem, and well, we were wrong. Happens to the best of us. So I'm going to go ahead and get a spark plug socket and yank these things out. Okay, the oil that was down in there, you want to try to clean that up as best as you can, because there's going to be some crud and stuff sitting with that. And, well, when you take your spark plug out, you really don't want that stuff going down into your cylinder. We weren't able to get it all, so some did go down in there, but it was kind of unavoidable. I'm sure there might have been another way that we could got it out, but it'll be fine. So let's go ahead and get some new spark plugs in it. We're going to go ahead and throw the old coil pack back on, put it back together, and see if that fixes it. But at least the gist of this video, you'll know how to replace your coil pack if need be, or your spark plugs. Okay, always start your spark plugs by hand. You want to be able to thread them in with your fingers as much as you can. That way you don't cross thread them. Once you get them all the way in, never use power tools. Use a ratchet, and you don't want to go too tight. They just got to be snug. Okay. Alright. Got the coil pack all cleaned up again. Well,
the ends.
The inside.
I clean the ends.
Take that back on here like so. Get our 2 long bolts. I always like to start everything by hand before I use any sort of power tool. That way I don't cross thread. These are the E10s. Doesn't have to be super tight. Just holding it down. Now,
Plug. Other way. Yeah.
there we go. Intake. It's on.
Okay.
We'll go ahead and run these 3 in here. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. Maybe you two will ping us for a song. The dryer's done.
That's Samsung copyright song. Oh my goodness, yours plays a whole entire jingle.
Oh yeah, wants to get your attention. Like I said, I started them by hand. Now I'm running them in. Okay. Now,
If you didn't see in the last video, these little bird beak.
I think they're tile. If you know what the technical name for these are, let us know. I don't have a clue. They work great for these clips, though.
Yeah.
I think they're like tile nippers or
I call them bird beak wire cutters.
But I just put them on like that. Stop.
Let me get
Get it on here real quick.
Yeah. Close it.
It's on.
Boom.
Alright, hopefully this video helped you out. After we put the old coil pack cleaned back up and put it back in there, it seems to be running a lot better. I still think we have a coil pack issue, but I don't want to put the new coil pack in until we get the valve cover gasket replaced. So at least you'll know how to replace that coil pack if you need to, or to get to your spark plugs and replace those. So we'll see you guys next time, and make sure you click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Leave a comment below, and as always, I'll put links in the description for any of the tools we used. I think
That's it until
yeah.
when we do a head gasket.
Not a head gasket.
Sorry, valve cover. When we do the valve cover gasket, we will cut straight to the point. We won't show you how to dig into everything, because
Well, you already know that from this video.
And
so.
the last video, kind of.
So we'll see you guys next time.